everyone, and welcome to Imperfect Knots. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make these beautiful ear warmers. It's very cold, so we all need some ear warmers in our life. They are so quick and simple to make, and they look so effective. And as with most projects, it's all in the finish. So the actual making of them is so easy, and to be fair, the finish is really easy as well. It's really effective, and they're just beautiful things. So to make these, you are going to need some chunky yarn, okay? You can do it with any yarn really, just the chunkier the better. One, because it's softer, so it's going to be warmer. Two, it does make it quicker, obviously, to work with chunky yarn. It's a great one to work with. So you're gonna need some chunky yarn. You're gonna need a hook. Now I'm using a 10mm hook because again, with chunky yarn, you want a big old hook. Again, makes life easier. It's gonna work up nice and quick. You're going to need some scissors and a good old tapestry needle just to weave in any ends we have, and also to complete our finish, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Now, let me make sure I've got a nice amount of yarn to get going with, because it does take quite a bit. So to start, we are going to want to create a slip knot. Okay, and insert that onto our hook. And we are going to chain 57. So let's get counting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feel free to fast forward me if you need to. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, hurrah, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. Now, I'm just stopping very briefly at 55 because we're actually going to be working 55 stitches, but the reason we're doing 57, so it's 55, 56, 57, is that it's our turning chain. So we always do a chain 2 at the end of each row. So it's actually our turning chain, okay? So there you go, a nice long chain of 57. Woo! So we are going to be working in half treble crochet, sorry. So again, that's UK terms. So we need to start in the second stitch from the hook. So there's one, and sorry, the third stitch. There's one, there's 2, and there's our third one. Yeah? So we've got our chain 2 essentially, which is our turning chain. And then we're starting in that third stitch from the hook. So to do a half treble, you're going to yarn over, insert your hook, pull through. So you're going to have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, and you're simply going to pull all 3 through. Yeah? And we are going to do this all the way along into every single stitch in our chain, which obviously, as you know, is 55. So yarn over, insert your hook into that next stitch, pull it through, yarn over, and pull through all 3. Now you're going to curl, that is fine. don't worry, that is normal, that happens. And go all the way. So yarn over, insert your hook, pick up your yarn over and pull through all 3 stitches. Okay, try not to do it too tight. Makes it easier if it's not too tight. So you don't want it to be all loosey-goosey, but try not to be too tight. So keep going all the way along. Pause the video if you need to, and I will meet you when you get to that last stitch. Okay, so you've come to the end, and hopefully you have 55 stitches. Do obviously count as you go. Something I should have said in the beginning is that this length, this measurement, is obviously for my head. I'm an adult. I have what I consider to be a reasonably normal sized head. So that works for my head. Obviously, if you're making this for a child, you would adjust the size based on them. When I made one for my daughter, I just whipped it around her head just to get the measurement. I think hers was about 40, plus the 2 for the turn-in chain, if I remember rightly. Okay, so that's round 1 complete. Just a nice row of just half trebles all the way along. So our next row, we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, whoopsie, and turn our work. So just flip it over. Now we're going to again still be working in the half trebles, but we're only going to be working in back loop only. So if you look at the top, you can see obviously the little V that it makes. You have your front loop here, and then you have your back loop. And it's that we're going to be working into our back loop only. So we've changed 2. We're going to yarn over. We're going to insert into the back loop only. Can you see that? Into there. And again, then just do finish off our half treble. So again, looking at it from the top into that back loop of your stitch. Yarn over, pull through all 3. So yarn over, insert into the back loop, yarn over and pull through all 3. And this is now what we're going to be doing for the remainder of our rounds. Because what it will do, by working into the back loop only, you're going to get this ridge effect. That's how you get the ridge effect. Okay, so you want to do, basically go ahead and do your rounds. So this one is 1, 2, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows wide. So it's all going to be about how wide you want it, how thin you want it. It's personal preference. Get my P's out. So you're just going to work all the way across in these half trebles into the back loop only. When you get to the end and you've done that last stitch, you're going to chain 2 and turn your work, and then work your way back across until you get the desired width that you want, basically. I find that these sorts of ones look nicer wider. I have made a thinner one, and it doesn't look as nice, I personally don't think. But again, it's about what you prefer, and what works for you, what works for your style. So I'm going to end this video here. You're going to work your half trebles in back loop only all the way across, get to the end, chain 2 and turn, and you're going to keep going until you are at your desired width, and then come back for part 2 and I will show you how to then finish to create this beautiful earwarmer. I'll see you soon. Hello, welcome back to part 2 of our headband earwarmers tutorial. So hopefully you've completed all your rows now. and it's gone well for you. I've done 7 rows in my chunky yarn with my 10mm hook. So our next stage then is the fun stage. So just to fasten off, just chain 1 on the end of your row. Now you want to give yourself quite a lengthy bit of yarn, because we're going to use this to sew the knot. So cut off, I'll probably always cut off too much, and then just pull that through, okay? And pull that nice and tight. Right, then you're going to need your good old tapestry needle. My needle's a mess. Now, also this is chunky yarn through the world's smallest hole. It never goes well, so just bear with. So you want to go ahead and thread your needle. Come on. Yay, hooray. Right, okay, needle threaded. That actually went well for me today. So decide which side you want to be the inside. For me, I think that's going to be this is my right side. This will be shown on the outside, and that's my wrong side, so that'll be on the inside. So my right side I want facing me, because it's going to fold into the middle, because we're going to turn this inside out. Okay, so if we turn it this way and bring your 2 ends together. Now it's all in the fold, so what you want to do is then make sure it doesn't twist at any point. Just make sure the bulk of your work doesn't twist, and then bring it so that the end of one end is about halfway of the other end. And you're going to, she says, it can be fiddly, fold that in half across, and then get your other half and fold that, okay? Don't worry if this turns, that's fine, just make sure it's not twisted. So it looks something like that. So you have all these folds together. You see that? And you are simply then going to sew it together. Okay, so just make sure you get through all those layers. So all 4 layers, just make sure you get through them. Now, as you know, I hate sewing in ends, so I am going to pull that across so I can weave him in as I go. So again, just make sure you get through all 4 layers. And you just want to sew it up, sew it together so it's nice and secure. Okay. Just like I say, just be really conscious. I have done it before where I'm completely overshot a layer. I have to unpick it and start again, which is never fun. Okay, really get that through all 4 layers. Like so. And you want it to be nice and tight. When you get to the end, it tends to be one layer does drop off a little bit at the end, but that's okay. Just make sure you're still going through all your layers. And then I come back on myself, because I want this to be super secure. And if you let go a little bit, you can feel that. You just feel that it's starting to feel nice and secure. Make sure that needle goes through. Yeah. Oops. Like I say, sewing is not my favourite thing in the world, but never mind, needs must. It's not actually that difficult, this bit, it's fine. Okay. So we've gone across all 4 layers, it's nice and secure, we're feeling good. So then we're just then going to kind of weave this in. I like to secure it with a pretend an orange in. Again, just give that another weave through, like so. And there we go. And like I said, I always do too much. Snip that off. I might just snip off that little tail that's happening there. Okay, brilliant. And then you're simply going to turn it the right way out. And there you have a headband / ear warmers. Beautiful. So let me know how you get on. That is quite a knot, so you can flatten it down or however you want to do it. But let me know how you get on. Please do share, send me pictures, and enjoy making this beautiful, fun and effective headband. Have a good day. Bye.